Former Manhattan prosecutor Jeremy Saland is here to break down the jury box for us. So, Jeremy, what sticks out to you?
Most people thought, including myself, this was going to be a far longer process. But thanks to Judge Merchan, who summarily removed some of the jurors, which were significant numbers, who could not and would not be willing to be a part of this process, we left us with a far more efficient process. Well, we have 12 jurors now. And what do we know about these 12 jurors? That the prosecution and the defense felt that they were the right fit for this case. We also have two lawyers. We have a corporate lawyer, we have a civil litigator. And why is that important? Routinely, both sides are concerned when you have a lawyer on a jury. Why is that? You don't want that lawyer to take what they believe the law is and their training and experience and use that to pursue that case. Ultimately, there's a concern as well that the other jurors may look to those lawyers and say, what do you think? What does your experience tell you? What should we do? We all know, and they've been instructed, it is not the role of any juror, no matter your career, to make that decision. It's listening to the court and listening to the judge. But what's interesting about this jury is they all, or many of them, have higher educations. For example, we have an investment banker, we have a speech therapist, we have a retired wealth manager. I can go on and on with all these different people, but they have higher level of educations, but they also have jobs. For example, the speech therapist, we have that teacher as well, the physical therapist. They have to read people's reactions, read how people behave. So they're using that common sense in addition to that higher level of education to understand the more complex issues that the jury may hear during the course of this case. But it's not just the jury that's important, because you have the alternates. And the alternates have some of the same characteristics, but why are they important? Well, they're not going to deliberate with the jury if it ultimately gets to that point, but you run the risk that a juror or jurors over the course of this trial will not want to be a part of that process. Ultimately, there may be an accident, there may be an emergency, there may be a healthcare issue, and those jurors might be removed, and at that time, any one of these people, any one of them, could be a part of the jury selection, could be part of the deliberation where they will make that decision with the rest of that body to decide the guilt or innocence of the former president. So they play a critical role just as much as all the other jurors of the 12 that were seated.
Fascinating. Jeremy, stand by for us.